Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan just defeated Indiana 52-7, and shout out to Indiana. Came out, hit Michigan in the mouth, and Michigan, sat there. Oh, you done made me bleed my own blood. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. And then it's a wrap. You get nothing. So I didn't even, that nervous feeling that we all know, that nervous, anxious. Not today. I thought for a minute I was gonna feel it, but I just the confidence I have in this team. So when they got down, Indiana does a trick play, does a double pass. Who was it? Keon Saab runs up, guys up wide open. Lucas is wide open, scores a touchdown. And I was nervous I wasn't even really nervous. Let me stop lying. I just knew we had to, all right, let's get something going on offense because they hadn't did much the whole first quarter. And then they boom, 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 boom. Before you know it, they're down the field. They in the end zone. Once we tied it up, it was like, all right, I know what's about to happen. And it did. Say goodnight. And something I didn't know Indiana was changing their offensive coordinator. I didn't know they were doing that. So, when a team does that, the looks change. You don't know what they're going to come out in. You don't know what they exactly want to do on offense. So, my bad on that because I didn't do the research to know that they were doing a offensive coordinator switch to kind of reset their offense. But in the end, it's the same result. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with Michigan. Defense turning it over. Well, let's go and cook with the offense. So the offense, and the thing that's different about this offense is it's not just Blake running for 150 or 100. It's just there's just so many guys. Whether it's Barner, whether it's Loveland, whether it's JJ throwing it, whether it's JJ's legs. Oh, here goes Blake. Here comes Donovan with a catch. There's just so many guys, and that's why most of these guys don't have gaudy stats. Here comes Roman. Here's Cornelius done showed up all of a sudden. It's just so many guys. So Loveland led in receiving with 80. JJ had 27 yards rushing. He had a couple sacks, so that knocked him down. He had a longer 22. Blake had 52 yards rushing, 4.0 yards a carry. Benjamin Hall looked really nice once he got in, once the game was over. He looked real good. Donovan, you better get your stuff together. I'm going to cook on Donovan in a minute. Tyler Morris showed up this game. Four catches for 54 yards. You know what I'm saying? Donovan had two catches for 33 yards. Then you had Barner, 18, Cornelius, 15, Blake, 15, Roman, 14, and a TD. Samaj Morgan with a TD. So there's just so many guys that you have to worry about. Him spreading it around, whether he's in also running. Just so much. That's why you don't see the gaudy stats. You can watch some of our drives and you'll be like, How did they get up 28-7? Where did it really come from? If it's not a big play like that big 50-yarder to Loveland, it's just like what happened? How did they get down the field? Well, it's death by 1,000 cuts. You bleeding, brother. You need an IV. You about to bleed out. Oh, you dead. So let's see. Okay, so JJ, I'm going to go through the things I saw, and, I'm going to pick it apart. So early in the game, we were having trouble with these blitzes. Carson Barnhart was struggling some. And also, I put some of that on JJ. You have to identify these blitzes. You have to identify it so you're prepared for it. So if you see the blitz coming, Either you let them know, okay, this is how many are possibly coming. You're aware of it. Somebody's going to come free if they're bringing 6. You only got 5. The thing you have to do as a quarterback is hot route. ID the hot route. Okay, the blitz is coming. I got to get rid of it fast. Maybe this guy should be on a slant or a drag, whatever, Try to make a hot route to get rid of it quick. You know the blitz is coming. That's if you've identified it. You know the blitz is coming. You know you don't have enough guys to block it. You got to communicate with your receiver and try to get a hot route so you can get rid of the ball fast. That's the thing. But number 44, he's a beast for Indiana. He could play on my defense. He could play for us. He did the same thing against Ohio State. He's a beast. He could play for us, definitely. Loveland had a drop earlier, which kind of led to some of us to the first drive being stagnant. Once Indiana got that touchdown, it kind of woke up the team. It kind of woke them up like, all right, let's go. They done hit us in the mouth and cut my lip. We bleeding. Let's go. And that's what happens. So Roman got a TD. Loveland got a TD. Let's talk about Donovan. Donovan got mad because he was running it. JJ threw him a little pass. He didn't get it in. He got it close to the end zone, like to the 4, I want to say. Got another run. Got it to like the 2. And then he wanted to stay in. And Mike Hart was trying to put Blake in because Donovan runs soft. He runs too high and he runs soft. That's just what it is now. I saw Samaj Morgan when he got his touchdown running hard off of a screen. Like, I want 6. I don't know what y'all had planned. Y'all thought it was gonna be a 3rd or 4th down. Nah, I'm hungry. I want 6. I got to eat. I don't care what y'all do. I'm getting 6. Not the next play. Not the next play. This play right here. I want end zone. I want 6 points. So that's the heart. Benjamin Hall runs hard. That boy, Donovan better watch out. And if Mullins is hurt, Benjamin Hall looks like he's ready. The patience and the fact that he's 230 and has that patience and vision, he was looking good. Glad to see he's healthy. And if Mullins is hurt, we're going to need another type of back like that. He's not as big in stature, but he's big weight-wise. 230, 5'11", 230. That's a big dude, to tackle at least. But Donovan's vision, he's not seeing it right. I saw a run. He probably could have popped it to the outside. I think he was fumbling the ball a little bit on the exchange. If he looks outside, he could have went around the edge, probably scored from 20 yards out. He's just not seeing it. Then when he does have a decent hole, he runs so soft that he just gets tackled. Like, he runs soft. I don't know what it is. And I tried to say it. I said it when he was doing all that talking in this offseason. I said it. I said, well, you might want to stop doing all this bravado and pumping yourself up, because whatever you believe in, I don't care if it's karma, I don't care if it's the Most High, God, Buddha, whatever, you will get humbled thinking you the greatest thing ever. You will get humbled out here in this world. You can count on it. And that's what he's dealing with. You ran your mouth too much, talking to y'all gonna be better than Walter Payton and Barry Sanders. Man upstairs or whatever you want to believe in said, oh, really? Oh, you that? I didn't know. Okay. You know something I don't know. Okay. All right, we gonna see about that. Yeah, so he finally got his first touchdown. He barely got it in. I'm glad he did, because he was over there sulking when Mike Hart, because he didn't want to come out. Mike Hart was like, Mike Hart called timeout like, who you think you is? You ain't running this. Boy, I said get your butt over here on that sideline. You better get your butt over here. You don't wave me off when I say get out the game. You better get your butt over here and sit on that bench. I said, Blake, get in. You ain't running this show. I'm running this show. And honestly, I'm torn because we need him, but he gets his chances to where, bro, break a tackle or something and you'll get in, but he never does. He always gets stopped on the 2 or something, or the 1. He always gets stopped. So it's like, bro, I want him to get in so for his confidence and maybe it'll get him his mojo back, but he always gets stopped. Like, bro, I don't know what to say. You're getting stopped. Blake is like money down there now. So, last year we had struggles in the red zone. Boy, you hand that thing to Blake 2 times, you getting 6. I mean, it is what it is now. He getting in that end zone. You can say it's the competition, whatever. We struggled against some of these teams that we're playing now in the red zone, trying to, punch it in. We ain't struggling like that no more. You hand that thing off to Blake, he gonna get in there one of them times. From the 10, from the 5 on, he getting in there. That's just what it is. So I understand it fully from what Mike Hart, like, boy, we ain't got time to play with you, Donovan, running soft. You ain't waving nothing off. Oh, you waved me off? Get your butt over here. Get your butt over here, boy. You want 6, you better really want it. You getting stopped on the 2. You getting stopped on the 1. You want that end zone, you better go on and make a play and get in there. Because Samaj Morgan, them young dudes hungry. They want that 6. They ain't got the press clippings from last year trying to live off of that. They trying to make their name this year. Same thing you were supposed to do. I'm coming back hungry. I was close to 1,000. I'm going to get my 1,000, but I got to work for it. Ain't nobody going to hand you 1,000 yards. You got to work for it. Ain't nobody going to hand you 20 TDs like Blake had. You got to work for it. Nobody going to hand you nothing just because you think you that. Show us you that. Nobody finna hand you nothing. I'm the best ever. Shut up. That's how it goes in life. You the best ever until somebody hit you in the mouth. You show up and show out. Then when you got 2,000 yards, what did I say? I was trying to tell y'all, you got to show up. Now you just looking crazy. Like you was doing nothing but talking and you wasn't working on your craft. That's what it looks like. You was talking all off season, trying to get healthy, but you wasn't putting in that work to be great. That's what it looks like. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Perception becomes reality. So that's what it is on him. Let's see. That's pretty much it for the offense. That's pretty much it for the offense. Let's see. Let's get to the defense now. Junior Colson really bothers me. He really bothers me because he just doesn't read where the ball is going. He loves to get up in the wash, and then he can't get out of it fast enough to make a play. Like he's not moving side to side or, boom, moving side to side. Okay, bow. Reading the play. Seeing where the ball is. Anticipating where the runner is going. Like he just don't do that much, And it bothers me because you've started for 2 years. This is your 3rd year starting, bro. You should be a prototypical linebacker beasting, leading that. Honestly, you should be one of the leaders of that front 7. You had 100 tackles last year. I would love to see, you should be leading that front 7. Everybody else can make mistakes. He ain't making no mistake. That middle linebacker, Junior Colson, is on top of it. And he just don't see it like that. He just don't see it like that. He don't attack. He don't read, react, attack. He's waiting. Okay. Like let's say it's a hole. Let's say a running back comes through the hole. Junior Colson sees the hole. He ain't gonna shoot through that hole and boom. He ain't gonna Oklahoma drill. He's gonna wait for him. The running back is gonna run into him, and he gonna grab a hold of him. That's how he plays. I'm just sorry. That's how he plays. He's gonna grab a hold of him, and then he's gonna try to fall with him. You know, he don't read and react like, okay, this is the hole. He's coming through it. Let me meet him. Matter of fact, you about to meet me. I ain't meeting you. You meeting me. Hello. He ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we're missing. Josh Ross is limited as Josh Ross was athletically, because Junior Colson is a way better athlete, has way better gifts with his his size, stature, height, and his speed, sideline to sideline. Josh Ross could read and react. Oh, it's a hole right there with the running back. Good. Hello. Woo. I'm coming. He coming through and boom. He might not get out the backfield because he read it. What's there to think about? Why would I wait? Nah, I want that tackle for loss. You get nothing. Junior Colson just don't see that. He just don't play like that. And it really bothers me because I think that would take the defense to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Junior Colson really needs the front four to really play like monsters. That's what he really needs, you know? And honestly, this defense, this front four, they may be better at pass rushing than stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? And I say that, I know people going to say, oh, we blowing up. Well, we get up, and then teams have to throw. They can't run the ball anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think last year we had Mozzie with Chris Jenkins and Graham. You know, some of these same dudes. But you had Mozzie, big monster, 340 or something. So, you know, that might be part of it also, but Junior Colson, he really gets on my nerves. I know I done ranted a little too long on him, but it bothers me because when we play better teams, he may get exposed again because he got exposed against TCU. Maybe again. I'm not sure if I would think about. I might try to put Hausman in his place. I don't know what to say. Let's see. Now he had a big time pick by Moore off of a tip from Rod Moore got a pick off of a tip by Mike Sainristil. So good to see Moore getting that pick. You know, it's one thing people can say, oh, it's just a tip. He got it off. But two things. You still got to be in position. That's half the battle. You're in position. The ball was tipped. It keeps going. You're still in position. Boom. Did one thing right. Now, we've had years where dudes would drop picks like that. So we got to be. He picked it off the tip. Okay, let's go. My only problem with Rod Moore, I need you to not be tiptoeing. You got that interception. It's time to smell the end zone. It is time to smell the end zone. You know, so that's it right there. Second corner is a problem. The second corner is a problem. Keyshawn Harris, not sure why he was in again. Mike Wallace, he plays good in spots. The problem is when we want to play zone, Mike Wallace, he hasn't played that much zone, so honestly, it's expected that he's not that good at it. Keyshawn Harris, dude's been around for a long time. You know, if a guy's been around that long, he's just now getting the opportunity. It's like, how high is his ceiling really? So, you know, he gets in I believe we were in a cover 4 or maybe even a cover 3, and he's backpedaling. He's looking at the quarterback. Now, when you're in a zone, and this is why a player like let's just say the GOAT Woodson, what makes you great in zone is your peripheral vision. So I can watch this and I still see you. You think I don't see you, but I do. I still see you. So that's what makes you great when you get in zones. You have to have great peripheral vision. So Keyshawn Harris is backing up. He's in his back pedal. The receiver is running next to him and then runs by him because he's not understanding, yeah, I'm in a zone, but once that receiver runs in your zone and he's running a go route, it looks like, you have to run with him. You trying to bait the quarterback and all that, that's over with. Once he comes in your zone and he's in your zone running in it, you got to run with him. Vertically. We're not talking side to side. He's running vertically. You have to run with him, brother. You still looking at the quarterback. He's behind you about 7 yards. What are you doing? Man, sit your butt down. What are you doing? He's running smooth in your zone, and you're still backpedaling, looking at the quarterback like this. Meanwhile, the receiver's running past you. What are you doing? You ain't no Will Johnson, boy. You run with him. What are you doing? So that's a problem. Second corner is still a problem to me because by now you would have hoped that you got one solid. Somebody has solidified themselves as that second outside corner. They've been trying Mikey out there. They've been trying Keyshawn Harris, Mike Wallace in and out. That tells you that they're not really that confident in any of them out there. If they were, you'd have one guy consistently with the ones. Unless Josh Wallace is injured, that could be a possibility that he got hurt. But, we've been seeing a rotation at that second corner. You want to get some stability with that position because Indiana didn't even try Will Johnson this game. Hey, they like, okay, let's just try over there. Let's try over there or in the slot. Let's just stay away from him. Him don't play fair. Him cold. Let's not go over there. So that's just what was going on with that. But that's about it, honestly. Once Indiana got that 7, you know what time it is. You bet not make no mistakes. You make some mistakes, and it bet not be on a crucial third down or something. You make mistakes, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you. You made a mistake. I feel sorry for you because you get nothing. You ain't getting nothing. You got that trick play in the first quarter, and you thought you did something. Now you know what time it is. You get nothing. So, the defense, it was raining. JJ fumbled. We had the sacks earlier, and that was definitely not what we wanted to see. You put some bad film out there, Barnhart and some of the offensive line. But defense got quite a few turnovers in this one. Let me see. And we got some sacks. Let's see. Jalen Harrell had 2 sacks. Nice to see. Mike Barrett had a sack, fumble, and a fumble recovery. Big time hit and recovery. It came right to him. Yeah, I think that's all. So we had 3 sacks. Keon Saab, I never know how to say it. He got a pick later on in the game playing the ball. Don't play the receiver when it's a duck throw. You play the ball. What you chasing him for? He don't even know where the ball going. You go after the ball. We want the ball. We want that ball, and then we trying to go get 7, go get 6, put on them buffs. So nice to see that. At safety, most of the time you want to play the ball. If you're on top of it, you're doing your job right, you want to play the ball, not the receiver. That's how you get turnovers. So big to see that. That means he's growing Smart play. He made another big time play when there was almost no time left. Mason Graham had a fumble recovery. He looked like he wanted to try to take it 50. He was looking like Mike Allstott out there. He's shaking off dudes. He wanted that touchdown bad. You on the 50, big boy. You ain't going to make it. Mason Graham wanted that touchdown bad. That's what I want to see. It ain't over. I done got the ball. I'm trying to get 6. Let's see. Yeah, there was a bunch of fumbles, though. Michigan just got a bunch of turnovers. I think we got 5 turnovers for them. 2 picks, and 2 fumbles. So that was big time. Just I wouldn't say a complete game. We had that hit in the mouth moment, and they stepped it up. Even when the backups came in, Tuttle and those boys, Tuttle's looking good. Carmelo English got a touchdown. Benjamin Hall looking good. So it's good to see that second team come in and actually have some consistency, just in case something does happen to JJ. And I know people are bored with, you want to see the starters. My favorite player is JJ. You want to see him out there all game and all that stuff. Boy, when we get up 38 to something, man, sit my quarterback down. Sit Blake down. I don't want to see them dudes out there. We got bigger fish to fry than Indiana. Like, come on. We can't be having these dudes out there risking injury. JJ took a pretty big hit before he left. Before a few plays before his last snap, in the game. You don't need him taking those hits, especially falling on his shoulder like that with a guy on him. That's how quarterbacks get hurt for the year. Their shoulder is what makes them the quarterback. He has to use that shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not smart, boy. You got to sit them dudes down. If JJ gets hurt, our goals are hanging by a thread. So it's not, I get it. People want to see JJ and the starters, stay in and put up numbers. Boy, we got bigger fish to fry. Our season ain't about scoring points up 38-7 against Indiana. We got bigger fish to fry, and that's the ultimate goal, So, which one of y'all got worried early in this game? Some of y'all was scared. Which one of y'all was scared early in this game when we got down 7? Shame on you. Shame on you. Well, you better. My quarterback ain't playing around. This quarterback, this team, I got it. We got Michigan State up next. We'll see how that one is. They'll play us tough. They got D'Antoni, back, and he can, maybe do some magic on defense. He's a great defensive coordinator when he's doing that. And, he can let them know what the rivalry really means. So we got to watch out. But they should handle Michigan State, honestly. But you never know. Let's be real. You never know. So, I'll probably make a video about that, Monday or Sunday night. And I gotta get another computer because this one I have to connect directly to the router. I can't go live. Like I have to go connect this to the router just to upload this video. So I'm probably gonna go buy a computer right after I record this when I'm done with this. But just a great game, about what I expected, It's going to get ugly. It's just, was it going to get ugly in the first quarter or the third quarter? Turned out it was late second, early third quarter got ugly. Good night, So that's just what it is. I'm not going to do a Friday reference. I'm going to leave it alone this week. I know people like you burning it out. Okay, you're right. I'm leaving it alone this week, I'm gonna leave it alone. But just a good win all around for the most part. Besides the biggest things, I'd say the offensive line, that second corner, and Junior Colson just bothers me because I feel like he should be one of the dudes that you can really trust, whether it's run or pass, being that middle linebacker. And he just ain't. He just ain't. But that's about it. That's about what I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.